If you always liked the Bolero for its robust character, but you thought it wasn't quite premium enough, and if you always liked the TUV 300 for being slightly premium, but felt it may not be as robust as the Bolero, well, Mahindra has heard you and has now driven in the Bolero Neo, an SUV that promises to have the strength character of the Bolero, coupled with the premium looks on the outside and a premium cabin on the inside. What is this SUV all about? I'm Shubhadeep, this is HT Auto, and we're taking a closer look. I wasn't particularly taken by the idea of rebadging a TUV 300 as a Bolero, and while design elements like the front grille, the headlight with DRLs, the fog lamp, the alloys, or even the spare wheel cover look to give this SUV a youthful touch, it is still and unmistakably a TUV. It is up to you to decide if that's great or not. Step inside and there is a clear emphasis on that youthful bit. There's nothing fancy or radical in the cabin, but it is a well-appointed cabin nonetheless, with fabric seats, a high seating position in all three rows, a twin-pod instrument cluster, armrests for front and middle passengers, and the likes. The touchscreen unit isn't quite fancy either, but is practical enough for daily use. Bolero Neo doesn't care much for stuff like sunroof, air purifier, ambient lights, high-end music system, and I think that is fine because here's an SUV that has its priorities straight. Space is also par for the course in the front and in the middle. That this here is a sub 4 meter SUV means I can't even fault the limited space at the rear. The jump seats sit a tad too high, with headroom taking a hit, but for short rides it's quite okay. It is in the way that the Neo handles itself on the move is where the Bolero genes and credentials shine. There is just so much confidence that comes with throwing this vehicle around that I quite liked every puddle, every slush that came my way. While we didn't drive the Neo on tarmac, it was good to plow the Bolero Neo through sand and mud with the stiff suspension holding the car tight. The rear wheel drive system and the body on frame structure, quite evident. The manual transmission unit isn't quite refined as in some other rivals, but hey, those some rivals would probably buckle on roads such as these. Bolero Neo is built tough and gets subtle updates on the outside and in the cabin. And frankly, I'd rather have it this way than the other way around. Will it appeal to the Gen Zs in big metropolitan cities? Unlikely. Will it attract budget buyers and those looking at a hardy, trusty SUV? It is likely. The preference for SUVs in India is high and will only rise in the coming times. And as such, the Bolero Neo has its priorities straight. It has got the robustness and it's got a slightly more premium cabin now to appeal to the younger generation. I've had a whole lot of fun driving this car. And in fact, while you subscribe to HT Auto, I'm gonna drive a little more and experience this car for what it is. For now, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned.